Kimi Antonelli is preparing to step into Lewis Hamilton's seat at Mercedes next year. Kimi Antonelli has suggested that Mercedes might not need to rip up the rulebook next year after making an important discovery. The teenager is gearing up to replace Lewis Hamilton when the latter jumps ship to Ferrari next season. Antonelli will have big shoes to fill, but he believes the transition will not be too much of an issue for Mercedes. The data suggests he drives in a similar style to Hamilton, meaning his engineers will not need to make drastic setup changes next year. I didn't expect that. He's very nice and talks to me a lot, Antonelli told Sky Sport Italy while discussing the prospect of replacing Hamilton. Looking at the data, his driving style seems similar to mine. I was in Singapore and listening to him talk to the engineers. I learned a lot. Antonelli still has a lot to learn at just 18 years of age and is already taking steps to familiarize himself with the way things work at Mercedes. What I will have to get used to is hearing all the engineers on headphones, because I am one who talks very little, he added. But if they talk, it is to give useful information. I'll have to learn the procedures well. If you touch the wrong button, it is a mess. I will be getting a steering wheel seat at home soon to learn the starts and the various procedures. Also because you have to know where each button is without having to look. The young Italian has already taken part in an extensive testing program with Mercedes and made his FP1 debut at Monza earlier this year. It did not go entirely to plan, though, with Antonelli crashing into the wall in the early part of the session. In private testing, the great speed with which I got to the limit, I struggled at first with the race pace, but after a test in Spa, they saw a clear step forward and were convinced, he said.